welcome, podcast listeners. It is episode number 123. No, 234 of the Fret Talk podcast. I knew it was sequential. I forgot where I was. You are here with your host, Mr. BudgetPedalChap. You are also here with a giggling Mr. Padabadababadababadabadabadabadabadoo. Say, Ollie.
Yo.
Yabba dabba doom.
You see, I did that. I panned that. I went, yo.
Indeed. As this is going to be in mono.
Yeah, but I'll still get like fade.
Yeah, kind of Doppler kind of thing. You're also joined by, oh my gosh, it's Josh.
Hi, Matt.
Hi, Matt. Oh, yeah. We don't have Matt this week, but what we do have is Lee and Josh.
We were going to have Matt, but then Matt realised he'd forgotten his rehearsals.
Indeed. Some things trump the podcast recording, and that is actual adulting and band rehearsal classes as that.
No, it does not. Since when have you ever gone to band rehearsals and adulted?
Never.
No, it doesn't happen. It's bullshit.
Okie dokie.
Listen to Mr. Professional over there.
Indeed. Yeah. I usually make knob jokes at my band rehearsal. So,
is that when you play guitar?
Indeed. Right. So we have got a podcast. It is number not 123, 234. It is 234. And in. What? Like how musicians count? God damn it!
That's what time
2, 3, 4, and in. Right? Yeah. Okay.
It's been a while since Lee has done any music with other people, I suppose.
Do you know what? You ain't wrong.
Anyway, so what you been up to, Lee? Let's start as we mean to go on.
I've been toying with my new studio, as you know. So I've been sending you mock-up pictures and like, what do you think of this? And just working on turning my garage into into the recording studio and Pedalboards of Doom office. And I had grand plans for it, but money hasn't allowed for that because I've had other things come up in the way of like a bit like heating systems and new cars and stuff like that. So I've changed my plans for it quite dramatically, and yeah, I've been buying a few bits and pieces, just like really cheap bits and pieces to kind of like make an area where I can go and record demos and the news and you know all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's exciting. One of my issues with it at the moment is trying to work out how I can get the right angle to include everything, but not have the camera concentrated on my crotch. So that's yeah. That's
we're not doing crotch Randy cam. Oh, that's a shame.
Well, it's a different type of news, that is, isn't
it? Yeah. So I remember when I was doing the videos when I first started Pedalboards of Doom YouTube channel, and I remember shooting a video in my shorts and then watching it back and thinking, oh, that could have been dodgy. So. Yeah, I don't want it to be crotchgate or anything like that.
I mean, times have changed since you first shot those videos. I don't think we can get away with as much anymore. And gratuitous shots are a no-go. I think YouTube have clamped down on that, haven't they? Surely
that's Patreon stuff anyway.
Yeah, behind the paywall.
Only fans. Got
you. So that's one thing I was doing. I've been programming my pedal board in, and then I realised one of my MIDI cables is buggered, so I've got to try and work out which one it is. I think it's probably the one I soldered. Surprise, surprise.
Who'd have thunk it, eh? Who'd have thunk it?
Yeah. So yeah, I've got to work that out and get that sorted. And then I finally plugged in my vintage DD3 with the long chip, my made in Japan DD3, and it's really good, really really good. It's I was getting some of these tones that you were talking about the other week, the doubling effect tones.
Yeah,
and that was because you've got free time settings on it. You've got 50 milliseconds, which is basically nothing.
Yeah. 200
milliseconds, which for me is still basically nothing. And that's maximum times as well. So that's the maximum it gets up to. And then you've got 800 milliseconds. And I usually run at about between 400 and 500 milliseconds. Yeah. You've also got a hold feature on it, which I haven't used yet. But it sounds really good. I'd love to sit here and compare this with a real with a new DD3 to see if there is any difference. I strongly doubt that there will be, but there might be. You don't know.
So that's really interesting. So you've got like the three settings, and then you've got like a time setting that spans between like 0 and 50 milliseconds, say for example, and then when it goes up to 200, it's like 50 to 200, and then 200 to 800.
I assume so. Yeah, I assume so. The other levels are effect level, feedback, and then delay time.
Yeah, the kind of things you'd expect: mix time and
Yeah, it sounded really good. I was playing it through my IR200 as well, so I was using that as the amp. And,
okay.
Yeah, and I also had my Digitech S drums, and I was playing along to that as well. But I had that running into the IR200 as well, so I had the drums distorting, which is cool.
Okay, so does the so you have that running into the IR, and the IR's got like amp modeling on it as well, like a power amp preamp model with it as well.
Yeah, the IR200 has a bunch of different amps on it, and then obviously all the cabs as well. But I've got it run. So my setup is I've got the gig rig Wetterbox.
There's definitely no joke there. Let's carry on.
No, absolutely. Into one side, I've got the S drum and bug tuner. Yeah. And on the other side, I've got whatever pedal I want to demo. And if I turn the Wetterbox completely one way, then it isolates the pedal altogether, and then I can bring the drums and stuff in without affecting the pedal that I'm demoing. So I can bring that in so it runs in parallel. So it's a parallel blend box is the Wetterbox. And then the out of that is running into my IR200. It's quite a complex little thing. I think when I record with it, I'll actually just run everything into different channels of the mixer and just take a feed out of there to monitor it with my headphones.
Yeah.
Be a sensible way of doing it, and I'll be able to get the levels right and everything. I'll be on different channels so I can adjust the drums if I want to.
Cool. Like drum machines are something that I've not really experimented with when doing demos. I tend to do it all through a DAW, program the drums in and use the DAW with VSTs. I'm feeling like I'm using so many TLAs
acronyms
at the moment.
Yeah. I get you. I've been doing a bit of a deep dive into drum machines recently because I want to add some extra flavour to YouTube demos that we do.
Yeah.
But I don't want to just have a I don't want to just a 1, 2, 3, 4 sort of thing. So I've been looking into 808s and stuff like that just to get some interesting beats. And do you know what really got me looking into that as well was, that thing that Roland released where they showed all the stuff that they'd released over the different decades?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
If you don't know what that is, go and watch the news from 2 weeks ago. But it was they had sound samples of different bits of gear from different where it was used in different songs, so like Blondie songs and stuff like that. And I was listening to it, I was like, do you know what? the TS, the 808 and the 909, they had some wicked beats to them, and I was just like looking at them, thinking, do you know what? I could really get into drum machines.
Oh dear, right, that's a rabbit hole there, isn't it?
I think so. I think there's a lot of free plugins as well of them, so I don't think it's an expensive rabbit hole.
Okay.
The good thing is with the drum machine as well, at least you know it's reliable. It's not going to turn up drunk and walk out with half of the women.
I mean, I could have lifted that comment off of like any Facebook page, I think.
Go do it then. Just edit this out. Just edit out. Pretend I never said anything.
Oh, sorry, Josh. No, he's not wrong though, is he? God, drummers can be a nightmare.
Yeah.
Okay. Once I sent we had a group chat for a band that I was in, and someone sent a picture of like the the evolution of man, and then it ended up with a guitarist at the end, and then I found another one which actually started with a drummer and then ended with a guitarist. I sent that, and he left the band.
No.
Yeah, straight up. I was like, what on earth? Oh, my God. Yeah.
I imagine being that offended. Fucking hell.
I mean, seriously, it was crazy.
Defo.
Excellent.
Defo. Right. I suppose I should tell us a little bit about what I've been up to this week, which I've been a busy boy. I'd got a little bit of a backlog with the No Talk All Tones, and I was doing them like on the week that they were supposed to be done. So I thought this week I'd knock a few out. So I let's see. I'm sure there's other things that I could knock a few out of as well.
You wish.
Yeah, not at this age. Yeah, my God. Like fire and dust. But
Baby powder.
But yeah, so I did. So Arse Ender last week, I did the Helix Phaser, which I just completely forgot that I had. And then through the post came a pedal that I have been coveting for so long. It was the Rottweiler Distortion by TC Electronic. It completed my trifecta of the quote unquote tone print adjacent drive pedals, because they are basically tone print pedals but without any tone print ability in them, because they are analog drive pedals.
How did you find it if you've used it?
I'll save my full review for the demo itself, but
spoilers.
I was expecting it to be really bad, because it's largely panned as the one that wasn't any good within that range, and the other two are still in production. But it was fun. I think
it's a way to work.
Yeah,
it either was or wasn't. Come on.
So it's not something that I'm going to be using every day, all day, because it's not that, and it's really noisy considering.
Yeah.
Considering how new of a pedal it was. So yeah, it's really like it's got a high noise floor, and it doesn't seem like it's that gainy compared to the noise floor.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I had the same issue when I had it.
But like, I think if you ran a gate with it, if you really needed to use like the high gain settings on it, it would be quite fun. It was very nostalgic. It's got some like really kind of classic British metal tones in it. So
what is it, like a HM2 or a Metal Zone?
Neither.
Yeah, it's not quite a bag of bees, but it's not a can of wasps either.
No, so what I'd say is, come Friday, watch the demo, and especially watch to the end as well, because the voice switch on the Mojo and the Dark Matter are so subtle that I'm almost convinced that they aren't attached to the circuit. Whereas the voice switch in the Rottweiler really does change the tone of it. Like, it changes the EQ of the whole kind of gain staging. So it sounds like two different eras of new wave of British heavy metal.
Do you know what I forget and I take for granted, and then sometimes I switch it in and switch it back, is the Metal Zone Wazercraft custom mode. I always have it in custom mode because it sounds fucking excellent. Yeah. And then every now and then I just switch it over to standard, and I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, that's why they made the custom mode.
Yeah. I actually used to really enjoy it, but on the same settings that it's on the settings that I have it on, the custom mode always just sounds so much better. Such a great pedal that is.
Indeed. The Metal Zone is one of those ones that I haven't played the Boss version of. I've got a Behringer one, and actually it's quite good, but I've not. I think I've played one in a guitar shop maybe like 10 years ago, but it's definitely a blind spot. I should pull my finger out and just own one.
They're cheap enough.
Yeah, you can get them like 30 quid. And do you know what? If you've got that much EQ and that much gain on tap, if you can't get a good tone out of it, there's something wrong with you.
Yeah, but like I say, I've got the Behringer equivalent, and it's definitely not a pedal that I'm going to be using. So,
yeah,
it's really hard to justify.
Do you know what? It would make my life if this time next year you were saying the Metal Zone was better than the Mojo.
It's never gonna happen.
Can you imagine though? I'd just be so happy. You'd be like, yeah, it sounds great if you turn all the gain down. And even with all the gain down, it's pretty like the Mojo on maximum gain. But yeah,
I mean, there was a similar experience with the Rottweiler. Like, I turn all the gain down, and it's still more gain than I'm used to. Like, where do I go from here? Come on. But yeah, so that I've done that one, and I also thought I'd be a little bit adventurous on the No Talk All Tone this week.
Did you talk?
yeah. I did absolutely no playing and just talked the whole way through. It was the all talk no tone.
Monotone.
Yeah.
Or like, hello, my name is.
So for the following week, and it's scheduled up on my thingy, so you can see this. Like, you can see the thumbnail now. I did the Twiggy Blues, like the Sonic 8 bar thing, which is essentially 4.5 effects in one, because it's also got the cab sim.
I love your thumbnail for this.
Have you seen it?
Yeah. It's the first time in ages that I've seen a thumbnail that we've done and been like, oh, because I usually know in advance what's happening.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. So you do have a look at that, and that will be out this Friday, and I'm going to talk no more about that. But yeah, it's a good one. It's a long one, but it's a good one.
Hey.
Yeah. But speaking of Metal Zones as well, Josh, you've got a plan coming up for a little something on Pedalboards of Doom involving a Metal Zone, haven't you?
I do indeed. I was lying in bed and I was thinking, because ADHD and all that, thinking, what if I used the Metal Zone as an amp? And then, of course, that started the spiraling the train of thought. And I'm going to attempt to use a Metal Zone as an amp, and I'm going to try it in various different ways to see which way you can actually make the most out of it. Because, to be fair, when I've seen people using it in a really good way, it's always been like in an effects loop. People have used it in effects loops, and it's always been pretty good. So I was kind of thinking, well, if you use it as an amp, it might be vaguely similar. So I'm going to play around and tried to polish, not quite polish a turd, but
that's it. Tame the can of bees.
Yeah, tame the can of bees, because like Lee was saying, I think once you get a setting dialed in, it is a really good pedal, but you've just got to kind of find that sweet spot, so to speak.
Yeah, it's a victim of its own success in that sense, because the EQ is so powerful that it's not one of these that all of the settings on it are usable. You can get some really unusable stuff, but you can also really hone in the tone that you want because of that really powerful EQ.
Yeah, you see, the key to it is with the mids, you've got the frequency and you've got a cut and a boost on the mids. So what you do, and this is a trick to everyone. No, listen, shush. What you do, I sound like I'm drunk, don't I? Shush. Let me talk. So what you do is you boost the mid, you play, and then you move the frequency around until you find the frequency that you think is nasty, and then you cut it a little bit, and that's where you're going to find your favourite tones. So basically, you're finding the tone in the sound in the tone that you don't like, and you're taking it out.
I think another good way to try that I'm also going to look at trying to do is actually have sort of my amp dialed on a crunch, and then kind of use it then to turn the amp from like just a single channel amplifier to then to like a 3 gain or 2 gain sort of, and just stacking the gain on top of each other, so to speak. Because I think if you just slightly have it running on a crunch and then bring in the metal zone, it could be quite tasty, especially if you've got higher output pickups as well, like bare knuckles or EMGs. It could be quite good.
I was chatting with the guy who runs Monty's Pickups over in Cheltenham, and we were talking about like high powered metal pickups and these sort of things, and he was saying there's less and less call for that nowadays, because obviously with all the sound restrictions at venues, and now PA systems are so good that on stage, a lot of people are running silent stages and running everything out through like using in-ears and running everything out through the PA and stuff like that. So when they have in their amps aren't like 1 to 400 watt Marshall beasts. Everyone's running like 20-30 watt amps just to get their tones, and then they're amplifying it through the PAs. So that means if you've got really high powered output pickups, what you're doing is you're taking all the dynamics away from your amp, because you're basically, as soon as you play, everything's just like basically compressing straight away.
Yeah, I mean, majority of my pickups, I'll be honest, are all EMGs, but I found when I had the 5766 that it was it's that perfect mix for me. It's got really nice crisp cleans. It can do the nice pushed clean and just dig in for the progressive stuff when needs be. But I've also not tried much else, so if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the problem that super high output active pickups have with like certain modelers as well, they'll like push the front end of like a like the digital audio converter. There's only so much volume that can take, and it doesn't respond like a tube amp would, where like if you really slam in the front end, you get like this like beautiful smooth saturation. Yeah. You just end up distorting the signal and getting that horrible kind of digital
clipping.
Clipping essentially. Yeah, rather than
that's exactly what it is in the tube amp as well. And a valve amp, it is clipping, but it's organic, and for some reason it's nice.
Yeah, because it compresses as well as like when it clips, when it goes past that usable stage, it compresses everything because it's got nowhere else to go, and which smoothens out the tone. But your digital clipping doesn't do that. It just distorts it and ends up really raspy and horrible.
Well, since we're talking about amps, would you mind if I gave a shout out to something I found today?
Yeah, carry on. This is kind of news, but like news adjacent.
Yeah, if you like. So there's a company in Russia, in Moscow, and they're called Truman, and they make guitars. They make Truman.
Is that true, man?
Yeah, Truman amplification and guitars, and the guy who runs it is called Hercules.
No,
Straight up, he's really cool as well. I had a good old chat with him today, and it's super super cool. When he told me his name, I was like, "That is brilliant."
I want to be his friend.
Fucking gear of the year already. I don't care what it is. Gear of the year.
I mean, yeah, absolutely. So, they have some really nice guitars, which are all relic. One is a telly with a full body guard on it, which is relic, and that's really, really pretty. And that's got 2 humbuckers, and then you've got a Strat, which is also relic. But that's not what we're talking about. They've also got a pedal, which is a really cool fuzz. It's a 1966 fuzz face replica, so it's supposed to sound like exactly like the tone that Hendrix got, and it's just got a single knob on it, and that single knob is actually the bias control. Which I was a bit surprised about, but I was quite happy about as well, because I do like a good bias control and get all those spluttery tones. But when I was going through the website, I saw this amp, and I started losing my concentration when I was talking to him, because I was looking at this amp and I was like, "Oh my good God, it's gorgeous." So it's in this. How would you describe the cloth, guys?
It's that, like, you know, Marshall did that. Was it the DSL 40 or the DSL 50C? And it was kind of in that vintage cream and black weave. It's kind of like that. It's like tweed, but it's not tweed.
Yeah. So you've got that, and that is on the speaker cab, and you've got it on the bottom half of this Marshall-y looking head.
Yeah, it's
and
almost kind of plexi looking, isn't it? But where the black Rolex would be, it's got that kind of like early vintage Marshall grill cloth kind of finish.
It is one of the best looking pieces of gear I have seen for a while. It is.
Yeah. It's gorgeous. So I'll continue to describe it. What set into that grill cloth on the head, you've got the silver plate, the back plate with all the controls on it, and then above it, where you might have the plexiglass, you've actually got a solid bit of Tolex, which is this Tolex that covers both the cab and the cab and the head. Sorry, is this sort of like metallic. What shade of green would you say that is? Almost turquoisey, but more towards green, isn't it?
British racing green, that looks like.
It does a bit, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And then you've got racing stripes, but instead of one down the middle, you've got one off to the left, one off to the right, and that's on both the cab and on the head.
Is that not just light? Because it seems to go the whole way through it.
No, look, you've got one
on
here.
The grill cloth as well.
Yeah, you got one here, and it follows off down the bottom. You see it? It's not on the grill cloth. That is light there, but this bit here, and this bit here is the. Let me see if I can increase the size. So you've got it there, and there.
Oh yeah,
there,
okay, yeah.
And then at the bottom. Yeah, so that was good radio.
Yeah, it's a bit like the Astorias, isn't it? But where they were more central, because they had like two racing stripes going almost like a Shelby Cobra.
Yeah.
2 down the centre. These are kind of offset to the right and to the left, aren't they?
Yeah, much more, yeah. So they're about a hand's width, like a closed hand's width away from the edge, aren't they?
Indeed.
So you've got this like bit running across. How would you describe this like extra horizontal line running across the the very, very top 10th of the cab saying Truman on it.
It's like a strut almost, isn't it?
Yeah, and the way Truman Dreamcatcher is written on it, it looks to me like the same lettering you would see on a door of a detective. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, very kind of like 1920s noir.
Yeah,
kind of.
The overall aesthetic of it is gorgeous, but it's not just any old plexi. It's based on his own plexi, which he absolutely loved, and he wanted to like give people like that same sort of thing. It's 50 watts. It's a 4-channel amp, so you know that's quite nice. It's all tube, obviously. Custom wound transformers. You've got a boost in there as well. You've got a true spring reverb, so he's put a reverb tank in it as well. Then he's put an attenuator, which goes between 25 watts and 0. You've got a direct XLR out, so you can run it straight into your desk, and it's got an all-analog cab sim on board as well. So I'm guessing because it's an analog cab sim, it's going to be something he's made himself. We were discussing this beforehand, and Josh asked whether we thought it was like a third-party one, but now I reread it and it's all analog. It's probably his own design. So yeah, it's awesome. And the price at the moment, he's talking about putting the price up of this, but for the head alone is something around $900.
Not bad considering, is it? Considering
no, boutique manufacturer.
I mean, you'd probably be paying that for a Marshall head, wouldn't you, as well? And seeing as these have got like additional features and are like hand wound transformers and like a much smaller operation.
Yeah, I mean, if you had like a hand built Jubilee or something, it'd be 3 times the cost of this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, absolutely gorgeous. I completely agree with Josh. Like I say, I was talking to the guy, I was talking to Hercules, and then I just stopped paying attention for a second. I was just looking at his amp, and I didn't even realise I did it. And I was like, I started repeating myself. I said, I'm so sorry. Do you know why I'm repeating myself? And I told him, and he was like, yeah, it's nice, isn't it?
I think it's a bit difficult with amps at the moment because I think some of them tend to just look quite generic and quite plain. I mean, that's no disrespect to a lot of amp makers out there at the moment, but I wouldn't say there's anything necessarily special about what I see at amps at the moment. But that's the first time in a long time I've seen an amp and thought, that is exquisite. It looks expensive. It looks classy. It's not too. I'm trying to think what the word is, like pretentious. It just looks beautiful.
Yeah,
that's the sort of thing you put in a room and it adds value to the room.
Yeah, it's got detail, but it's not over the top. It's not ornate for the sake of being ornate. Everything's got purpose on it.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
Yeah. So, go and check him out. It's trumanamplification.com. And if you go /amplifiers, it's called the Dreamcatcher. And yeah, I think it's done exactly what it says on the tin. It's got me gassing for another amp, and I don't need another amp, but oh my God, it's nice.
Yeah.
Which of your children would you swap for that amp?
You.
Okay.
My child.
Wait, am I even old enough to be like a child of yours? Bearing in mind I'm 30 next month.
I mean, some of us start before others.
There you go. Right, we've got some news, haven't we, this week? So let's news proper news. Let's start with the Harley Benton. Go on. So Harley Benton,
from something really, really, really boutique and lovely and expensive to a Harley Benton. So Harley Benton, quite commonly, just sneak release, really cool shit. Like about 3 years back, they released an absolute identical rip of like the Prince Honer
Telecaster, and you were just like, "What the fuck?" And it was really cool. They've done like another one of these sneak, super cool, real niche releases with the ST20HH. So ST, it's Strat type, it's dual humbucker. It is a stealth black, and so like a matte black finish with like black pick guards and 2 active blackout style humbuckers. It looks exactly like a gym route, which is
I'm just looking at it now, and it's quite nice actually. In all fairness, I must admit.
So
yeah, I didn't expect to like it. I kind of thought, oh, here we go, another Harley Benton, and it is yet again another Harley Benton that I've looked at, expected not to like, and looked at it and thought, actually, that's really nice.
So the choice for the body is quite popular. It's got a maple neck. It's got a Rose Acre board. Rose Acre? Or Rosaker? It looks a bit like ebony because it's like really dark rosewood style, isn't it? Yeah,
it looks quite dark for rosewood.
yeah, rosewood alternative. So, like I say, it's got these active HBZ pickups. They're like proprietary Harley Benton style active pickups. I think they did these in their Explorer style. I think it was like the 84 or something like that, the EX84, and they did a version with EMGs and a version with their humbuckers, and these were they. So
do you know what it says on it? It says HBZs on the actual humbuckers.
Yeah, a bit like the Ibanez humbuckers that had IBZ on them.
I would be interested if we put up a poll on either the pedal boards Doom or on the BudgetPedalChap Instagram of that picture of that body and the black Jim Root Strat. Now, how many people would be able to tell the difference? Because even just looking at the body, and if I'd seen that on the Fender website, I'd believe you.
Yeah, as long as you don't show the headstock.
Yeah,
you're all good.
The heads.
I mean, it's not a terrible headstock by any means.
I'll be honest, I am a headstock snob, and I have rejected guitars purely on the fact that I don't like the headstocks.
I think we all have, haven't we?
Probably.
Well, I definitely have. For sure.
I'm looking over at my collection, and there seems to be a theme, very much. But yeah,
all bad headstocks.
Well, they're largely Fender Telecasters, so.
And do you know what? That is the headstock that was the first headstock that I thought I'd really dislike, and that's what started my headstock dislike was the Telecaster.
I mean, it's quite phallic, isn't it?
I hate I think, is it the 70s Fender ones with the
big
huge
ones.
I love the CBS headstocks. Love them.
Knob on the end of them, as I call it.
I love them. Like kind of half moon kind of feel. Love it. But yeah, so we've got that. It's a hardtail guitar. It's £107. £107.
How much is the Jim Root one?
The Jim Root Squire is probably about $450, I reckon. I think is it for the Squire.
I couldn't tell you. I didn't look into it that much.
Let me have a quick look.
I didn't think. I know they got the contemporary Strats. I didn't think they had a Jim Root.
Yeah, the contemporary one is at the moment 328 in British pounds sterling, and I'm just loading up the. Okay, this is not currently available. So unless they discontinued it, I am not sure. Okay, talk amongst yourselves while I look.
This is a regular feature now. Man Googles on podcasts, isn't it? It's that time again, folks.
That's it. Don't worry about it. We'll get rid of time stamped. So for 107 quid, it's hard to argue, isn't it? It really is hard to argue. If you want that gym route itch, but really don't want to pay the money, then
£455 for a Squire one.
Okay,
I mean,
cool.
It's got to the point now where when someone says, "Oh yeah, it's a gym route guitar," I'm like, "Oh, which one?" Because he has so many. There are so many signature guitars of his, and I don't know if any two of them look the same.
I know my friend's got the Strat and the Jazzmaster one, and I have played them. They are nice guitars to play. The only downside I have to them is because of the matte body finish. Yeah. When you've played it for so long, it just goes, it's like matte, smooth, and then it's suddenly glossy, and then matte again. And yeah, I'm not a fan of that.
That's matte guitars in general, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
That happens. And if you bought one of these for £107, you'd be like, well.
I'm going to get another one.
That's it. Just buy another one. Oh, dear. That a disposable society we're in. There's been quite an interesting gear drop that happened today, on the day of recording, by a friend of the podcast and someone who we've had on the podcast to discuss his wares.
For a minute there, I was like, has there? I literally had a conversation with the man about it earlier today. It's been a long day.
So, Xander Circuitry has been teasing like a release for a couple of months, and like the last couple of days, it's been like a countdown. I think the last time we had him on, he was saying how he was like regenerating his lineup and was thinking of doing a reworking of that. Was it the Atmosphere? The last like multi reverb that he did. It was like in the red box, and it had like three knobs. Three foot switches. And he like Lee not a fucking clue, because he had like the tape deck delay, and I think it was the Atmosphere reverb. I
know about the Junipero and all the drives, but I don't remember a previous reverb, and that's down to me. I should have paid more attention.
Oh yeah, because I'm in the DIY pedal forums, and
am I.
At the end of the last run, when he knew that he was going to be like discontinuing I think it was the Atmosphere. I'm going to go with that, the Atmosphere. Exosphere, that's the one. When he was discontinuing that, he was selling off the PCBs along with the belt and bricks, basically like the reverb unit, like circuit. And I bought one of them. So somewhere around here, I do have a like one of the old Gen ones. But he has released.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I've googled it and I'm like, oh yeah, yes, I do remember this.
Oh man,
yeah,
letting the side down there. I've got you back, Alex. I've got you back.
I mean, man, there's only so much knowledge someone can fit in their head about pedals.
But you can cast that aside now. That's old hat, because now,
maybe that's what I did.
Yeah, now we've got the Tempolo. Do we pronounce it like tremolo, but with
no, it's not Tempolo. There's only one O in it. It's Templo.
Oh, is it Templo? There we go.
Like temple, but Templo.
Templo. Okay, Templo. So this is basically like the Junipero is to modulation. This is to reverb. It's got what we're looking 8 different styles of reverb, and it's got so much. It is so extensive. So we've got standard controls.
Interestingly, the ins and the outs at the top, you've got stereo in, mono out, syn, and then min.
a what?
No, you got stereo in and mono in.
Yeah.
So, but I was making a fun of it because it looks like it says S in, so it looks like it says sin.
Yeah. Excellent work there, Lee. Excellent work.
Thank you very much.
Lee's a detective.
Yeah. Jokes are much better when you explain them. So we've got... We've got... your standard stuff, your decay, tone, and mix. And you've got 2 controls as well. Like, these are knobs that are control 1, control 2. They have got...
Which will vary dependent on the setting, I'm guessing, on the mode.
Yeah. So, again, like with the Junipero, where, like, it would alter different things based on what type of modulation you're choosing. This alters the different aspects of the reverb. So you've got like 2 controls to really kind of fine tune it. It's also got MIDI in, which is an absolutely massive undertaking for such a small company in terms of like staffing, because it's basically him and his wife helps out as well.
I mean, Alex, well done, mate. Do you know what else he's done, which is really, really good? He's put an expression in as well, but they're not the same jack. So most companies, they'll give you a MIDI in or expression in, depending on what you want to do with the jack. And he's put a MIDI in and an expression in, but you haven't put a bloody MIDI out on it, have you?
I mean, there is no pleasing some. But yeah, so
his top trick to you. What's this called? What's one of these splitter things called?
I don't know. I can't see.
A splitter.
These stereo splitters, a TRS to 2 monos. If you get if you get a TRS to 2 monos in, and then you put that into your MIDI, you can use one for the in and one for the through.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
There's Lee's top tip.
Yep.
So you've got with MIDI, you've got 128 possible presets as per kind of MIDI rules. But you've also got, if you don't want to go down the MIDI route, which I don't because it scares me.
You will. You'll get there. That's all right, darling. You'll be okay.
No,
You'll be
please
fine.
don't. But you've got 5 onboard presets anyway, so you can set up 5 presets within the pedal itself, and you can completely ignore MIDI. You've got the kill dry option, momentary max delay mode. Max decay mode. So you can like do a momentary, just crazy everything on.
Almost like a self oscillation thing on a delay.
Yeah. As you mentioned, we've got the expression, and the feature that he's done for this. Essentially, it's a bit like tap tempo, but for reverb. So you can tap between short decay time, medium decay time, and a long decay time. Which is
super cool. That is so cool.
It's good. It's good, isn't it?
What happens if you hold it?
I assume that's the momentary max.
Okay.
So that's just so cool, because you can just at the end of the song or end of the phrase, you can like just have this massive swell, but then you can stop but you can stop that from happening, like, and getting in the way of everything else during the rest of the song.
Yeah, and you could have like a long decay. I keep saying delay. A long decay for like the chorus passages where you want to kind of get lost in the mix a bit, but then maybe knock it back for the chorus where you really want to punch through, or bring it back for the solo where you want the articulation.
It's very, very cool. I like how the bypass is called engage as well. It's just very Captain Picard, isn't it?
I mean, that's very Xander. That is. I think I've got the cranium up there, and that's got engage on.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure it's the same across the range. It's just nice, isn't it? Make it so.
It's got those signature like patented knobs as well, which Alex basically designed. They just look so cool. The kind of almost Chase Blissy style, but with Alex's little flair on.
And they're so clear as to where the position is. So clear.
Absolutely. So I think without further ado, we mention what modes this thing has got. So it's got a spring/hall. It's got a room/hall. Got a cave. So kind of going from like shorter delay times, expanding out. Yeah. Then we've got solid state. We've got whirl, which I believe is with like reverb, and the decay's got modulated chorus modulation on it. Spectral, we've got lo-fi, and we've got granular. I think the granular one is what I thought lo-fi would be. Granular, it's got like a bit crusher and
kind of random.
Yeah, like kind of really gritty sounding. The spectral, I think, has got an octave down on it.
Honestly, I want that just to have that spectral setting, because spectral just sounds like something that I would really enjoy.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I can imagine that with this, like an SY1 or an SY200, and I think that would be so much fun.
Yeah, totally. This pedal, it makes me want it just to have it in the studio. It looks just fantastic. And we've also got to give a big shout out to the design on it, because Alex is so good at graphic design, and this like temple that he's etched on there just looks awesome.
Yeah. Oh, his graphics are always top notch, aren't they? And as he's came on as a designer, like a pedal manufacturer and designer, it's all like the range has really become cohesive, and you can see a Xander pedal and not necessarily see the text saying it's a Xander on it, but if you see,
you know it.
Yeah, you can see it from a mile off, because they've all got this uniform look to them, but they've all got that personality as well, like with the different.
And somehow, when he changed the look of the range, it was still like it still carried some of the aesthetic over, didn't it?
Yeah.
The colours were still the same colours. It was just like, instead of having a colour coded enclosure, they went to the standard silver enclosure, but the graphic was the colour instead this time.
Looking at this, I'm assuming it's going to be about the size of that. Is it the TC X4 or whatever it was? I'm guessing it's probably going to be about that. So.
Yeah, it's that sort of. Yeah, it's about the flashback X4 and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's that kind of size.
These are the big boys, though. This and the Junipero are the biggest ones he makes, and then he makes other smaller ones, which are more like Chase Bliss sort of size.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at one, and I want one.
Yeah, they're nice.
Yeah, absolutely. So they are retailing at $299, which, considering what this pedal does and all of the thought that's gone into it, all of the adjustability and the customizability of the patches and whatnot, it definitely commands that kind of that price point.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because it's almost kind of seeming like Strymon levels of adjustment.
Yeah, I was about to say it's in that Strymon sort of bracket.
Yeah,
he steered away from like having LCD displays and these sort of things, and he's kept it very simple to use, but still giving you a shit ton of stuff that you can do with it.
Yeah. I mean, it's a marvel of engineering, the fact that someone who's not got like a team of research and development behind him has managed to do this. It's incredible.
Yeah, absolutely is. Really is.
And like you said, Josh, I think like some of those like outlandish things like the Spectral like the granular, are just those are gonna be the thing that absolutely captures someone.
Yeah, I mean, when I'm playing with reverbs, when I'm playing with ambient sounds, I automatically go for like the really big modulated, airy sort of reverbs. Just having something like that spectral one for me, I would literally be on there tweaking with it, and I'll be there for hours.
Yeah, and you could have 5 different presets of it as well, or 128 if you wanted to go MIDI.
Anybody got a napkin?
You're right there, mate.
Absolutely. So, like,
hang on. It's that I was just thinking to myself, hang on, I'm wrong here, because the Junipero is a big one, but there's also the Duplo as well, which is the delay as well. So there's actually 3 large ones. Now you got the Templo, the Junipero, and the Duplo.
It's like the
Duplo
Strife
came out last year, didn't it?
Yeah, it's like the Strife Vector, but for Xander.
Yep.
Crazy. Yeah, like the Mobius, the Timeline, and the Big Sky.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I know. I know a lot of companies are starting to go towards that now. You got to look at what Universal Audio did, and so on and so forth. Yeah. So it's
again like big teams of people, big teams of R&D, big teams of people. This is
you're not going to get
from
a much bigger team than you got at Universal Audio. It's about as big as you get.
Absolutely. Whereas this is, I can't stress it enough. It's one man, just like spearheading this crazy pedal revolution.
One man in the shed.
Essentially,
an attic.
Yeah. His workspace is absolutely just exquisite.
Yeah, he does like it a lot, doesn't he? Bless him. It's great.
So I'm going to be checking out, because not only does he do like this incredible pedal journey, he also puts out a load of the like demo content and stuff of his own making as well. So I'm going to be checking out a load of that, because I've subbed to his YouTube channel, because even if you don't own a Xander pedal, like some of his content is just so entertaining anyway. So it's
and great lighting as well.
yeah, like fantastic videography.
Okay.
He's one of these guys that I aspire to get as good as when it comes to like video quality work. Yeah, and just sort of like the content as well. Like he's really like his presentation style is.
I mean,
it seems effortless.
If you keep kissing his ass, he's not going to have much of one left. So should we move on?
That's it. I'm going to have a brown note.
Did you talk last week about the Jam Pedal Delay Llama?
Did we? Bollocks.
Right, okay, let's talk about it, because this is sweet. This is so cool.
Go on.
So, Delay Llama is the single best analog delay that I've ever played. It's so good, and mate, I'm starting to wonder whether there's many analog delays that I haven't played, especially from the bigger companies. My favorite for years was the Carbon Copy, and you put the Delay Llama next to the Carbon Copy, and the Carbon Copy sounds weak. It just doesn't come anywhere near as good. So it's good, right?
Yeah.
And it was pretty standard. It was 3 knobs and an on-off switch. Yeah, pretty cool. Okay, lovely. So what they've done is they've now added a second switch to it, which is tap tempo. If you hold it, it goes into self-oscillation. The tap tempo has 3 different subdivisions to choose from. So you've got dotted eighths, you've got normal, and you've got whatever the other one was, probably triplets or something like that, or 16ths. Then you've got, what else have you got? You've got trails, so you can have it so it's buffered, and if when you turn it off, it will basically finish itself off, if you like. And so what they've done is they've kind of taken the best sounding analog delay on the market and just added a lot of very usable features to it. There's more to it than that, but have a look at the news from last week. I want to say last week, but when this goes out, it'll be the week before. So have a look at the news that came out on the 30th of January, and I've gone into it in much more detail there. But oh my god, I've put my name down for one. It's just so good. I can't wait to get my hands on it. But they've sold out already. Completely sold out. Yeah, absolutely completely sold out. It's like it didn't take them long at all. But
if you carry on kissing his ass, he's not going to have anything left.
How'd you like that medicine?
Tastes like shit. So yeah, I this is all in just like an MXR size enclosure as well.
I mean, that in and of itself is crazy that you can put all of that in within like a standard kind of pedal enclosure.
All analog.
Yeah, all analog as well, yeah.
Yeah, they've used reissue Panasonic chips to get that really old sound, and I've never heard anything that's not a tape sound that much like a tape.
Indeed. And I think, looking at the time, I think it's probably where we should end the podcast for this week.
Is it bedtime?
It is. I think so. I think it's bedtime. I extend a massive thank you to all of you listeners who've made it this far. You are amazing. I extend a double special, awesome, sexy thank you to our Patreon backers. Not only double, it's awesome and sexy too. And it's a thank you because you make the lights stay on. If you want to be...
And they are.
Indeed. If you want to be a Patreon backer for as little as $2 a month, you can join part of this crew. So if you go patreon.com/FretTalk, you can find out more details there. And those people are as follows: Mr. Andrew Bimson, Mr. Adam Yeomans, Mr. Doug Christ of 37 Effects, and of Masters of the Cinematic Universe. Go check it out. It's amazing. And of the Just Surprise Me podcast. Also go check it out. It's amazing. We have got Mr. Hugh G. Rection.
Not known for Hugh Janus.
Friends with Hugh Janus, yes. And we have got... You've made me lose my train of thought here. We've got Mr. Ben Fletcher of Fletcher Pickups. And we have got Mr. Brian Gower of the Tone Jerks podcast and the Second Button podcast, which this week they did a podcast on possibly my favourite Seinfeld episode so far, which was The Jacket. So check it out.
I really want to start watching this because you seem to like it so much, and if it's a comedy, it's a comedy.
Indeed.
I think comedy is a loose term.
It's definitely aged, don't get me wrong. But watching Seinfeld kind of, it shows you where the comedies that we've got now came from. It shows you like that progression. So we usually do plugs at the end of this podcast. If you want to find me, I am BudgetPedalChap. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. YouTube is the home to the No Talk or Tone series. And this week, as mentioned, it will be... what will it be this week? Shit. It will be the Rottweiler Distortion. Joshy ZK at YouTube, and the Corona Mortis at Instagram.
That is absolutely perfect. Spot on.
You got it. And Mr. Lee Padabadababadoo, you are at Pedalboards of Doom.
I am everywhere you want to look. Anywhere there's a Pedalboard of Doom.
Indeed.
We are the home to one of the biggest Facebook communities of guitar nerds.
I'm glad that
the biggest community of pedal nerds.
Indeed.
Guitar nerds, pedal nerds, same difference.
Yes, but
one of them is brand. Oh dear. Right, so that's where we're going to wrap it for this week. So, from Lee Padabadabadabadoo, from Mr. Oh my gosh, it's Josh.
Bye, Matt.
And Yabba Dabba Doom. It will be a tatty bye and good night for this week.
Where do bad rainbows go?
I don't know, Josh. Where do bad rainbows go?
Prism.